Hey there, friend. Today, I want to chat about something super important: confidence. Do you know what confidence is? It's believing in yourself and feeling good about trying new things, even if you're unsure. Guess what? Confidence isn't about being perfect all the time. It's okay to not get everything right. Isn't that funny? Let me explain. Confidence comes from something even more special: not being afraid to be wrong. That means being brave enough to try new things, even if you might make a mistake. Let's take a little adventure together and explore this idea. When you were learning to walk, did you get it right the first time? No way! You probably fell a lot, right? But you didn't give up. You were brave and kept trying. Every time you fell, you learned something new, and eventually, you got better at walking. Now, look at you. You can run, jump, and play, all because you weren't afraid to fall. That's confidence. It's not being afraid of making mistakes. Let's think about drawing. Do you like to draw? Sometimes our first drawings aren't perfect. Maybe our lines are crooked or colors go outside the lines. Does that mean we should stop? Of course not. Every time we try, we get better and learn new things about drawing. You don't have to be the best right away. The fun part is trying. Maybe your first picture didn't look like what you wanted, but you can always try again. That's the cool thing about being brave and not being afraid to make mistakes. Now, let's talk about trying new things like riding a bike. At first, it might feel scary. You might wobble or even fall. It's normal to feel unsure when starting something new, but every time you try, you get a little better. Even when you fall, it's okay. That's how you learn. Do you remember the first time you tried to ride a bike without training wheels? Each time you tried, you learned something new. You weren't afraid to be wrong. So even if you're not perfect at something right away, that's okay. Confidence comes from the willingness to try, even when we don't know everything. Sometimes we worry about looking silly or being wrong when we try something new. But every time you say, "It's okay to be wrong," you become braver. Think about playing a game with friends. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But either way, you're still having fun, right? Losing doesn't mean you're bad at the game. It just means you can try again. The more you play, the more confident you become, because it's okay to make mistakes. Now, here's the secret of confidence. You don't need to be perfect to be amazing. You just need to be willing to try, even when you're unsure. It's okay to get things wrong sometimes. That's how we grow. Think about a plant. At first, it's just a little seed, and it might look like nothing is happening. But the seed doesn't give up. It keeps trying to grow. It pushes through the soil, and even if it doesn't grow perfectly, it keeps trying. Just like the plant, you can grow by being brave and not afraid to make mistakes. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It means being strong enough to try again. So the next time you want to try something new, remember this: confidence is about being brave enough to be wrong. It's about not being afraid to make mistakes, because that's how we learn and grow. Just like when you were learning to walk or ride a bike, be proud of every little step you take. It's okay to be wrong. It's how we all get better. The more you practice being brave and trying new things, the more confident you'll become. So go ahead and try new things. Don't worry about being perfect, because you're already amazing just by trying. Remember, confidence is not about always being right. It's about not being afraid to be wrong. Thank you for listening, friend. Now go out there and be brave, because you've got this.